let's talk spoilers. Let's talk about Ghostbusters. The original, shall we? Let's talk about why the 2016 could have been fixed just a little. It really kicked into gear, in my opinion, when possession started happening, weird stuff started happening. It became something that wasn't Ghostbusters at times. You will never, as crazy as Ghostbusters is, I know there's that amazing scene with the ghost sexting on Dan Aykroyd in the bed. There's moments when they interact with paranormal entities, but none of them go like crazy far. None of them do like the twisty head turn that you saw in the trailers, which was a good, funny moment, and that was a really great moment. It was hilarious. And honestly, I think a lot of people would have appreciated a movie that was more of a spoof. I would have loved to have seen these 4 actors do a spoof movie about ghost busting. They could have even made it a joke that, yeah, they advertised it just like a Ghostbusters movie, just to, for whatever reason. I would have, it felt like they just went so safe. And if they had just made an entirely different movie, that's the thing, it's not Ghostbusters. It's Bridesmaids and Ghostbusters. And whenever it wasn't trying to be Ghostbusters, I would have loved it. I love when Chris Hemsworth, he's funny as a doopy idiot, but that joke can only run for so long, and it ran its course for me. So he gets possessed by the bad guy, who wasn't that interesting. Why in the first third could the bad guy not have killed himself then? Like, the Ghostbusters get him in that room, they find the thingy, the MacGuffin, and he dies, and then and then that spirit roams around possessing other things, trying to find the perfect body. He finds Chris Hemsworth, and Chris Hemsworth is the bad guy for a minute, except he's kind of infiltrating from the inside out. In the meantime, other weird possessions are happening. And because I really loved Chris Hemsworth being possessed, that was great, and somehow he still kept that dopey face, which I had no idea he could pull off so well. You get distracted by his handsomeness. He's really funny, and he was certainly more enjoyable than the actual bad guy. So, God, that's another thing with editing. If I was in that room and I saw what gold we have when that spirit goes into Chris Hemsworth, why are we wasting time on the other dude? The other dude wasn't entertaining, he wasn't fun, and even the villain in Ghostbusters 2 was fun. I think the guy that had the most fun is that wonderful guy who's in the Mel Brooks movies. Master, shoot, what is his name? But he was in the sequel, and he's the one who brought the spirit out of the painting and stuff. He's always crazy and always having a good time, and I really wanted someone other than Kate McKinnon and Leslie Jones to be having a great time in this movie, and Chris was. I feel like I'm bashing Kristen and Megan, but it's not their fault. They just should have been given a script instead of just letting them improv, because they will. Yeah, it's entertaining, but it's not going to get a belly laugh out of you, and it's not going to make you more invested in what's going on. And I have to reiterate, the original Ghostbusters didn't waste a lot of time doing that. And when they did, they were in the library, or they were investigating something. If we could have had these moments of improv with all the gadgetry, because those scenes just flew by. And here, editing thing, those scenes had a pace. It was quick, it was good, it was quick, it was here's a thing, let your brain process it for a second and get the laugh, move on to the next thing. And then you go to the actors and stop. No more fun time. We have to let them improv for a minute. Shit! Anyway. So my biggest thing was, if we had just had purpose. Because it seemed to me that we were getting off to a great start. We go right into, oh, hey, this is the relationship that we used to have. You want to team back up? They didn't fight. They didn't go to each other to another corner and mope. Nothing. No, they got together, because I was kind of worried they were going to waste time on, will they or won't they? Will they, suddenly team up at the end? No, they don't. They become a team right away. Great. We don't have to waste time on that. So I thought we were just going to get the ball rolling. No. Rain interfered. And it stopped the game. And now we're all waiting under the second tier like a... Anyway, okay. So yeah, it was moments of awesome stop. Awesome stop. There we go. I feel I'm yelling. This was supposed to be bad, terrible. It wasn't bad, terrible. It could have been easily fixed, and I think that's when I'm most pissed off. When things can easily be fixed, and then you wonder why. Why didn't they fix those simple things that would have made movie a movie? It's because it wouldn't have sold the product. It just wouldn't. It might not have worked. It might not have worked. But since we have a name, and since we have lots of cameos, and since we have lots of product placement, it's gonna work. And yes, I am mad. I am mad because I am a woman, because I am a feminist, and because I am a fangirl. I don't like being... I don't like this. Blah, 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 because it's like children. Children don't feel that they're being talked down to. They like those sugary snacks. They like the ecto-cooler Twinkies and just drinks, juices, and toy. Wait, they did this back in the 80s with the original. It's just now that it's women at the forefront. And I don't think it's fair. And I think that too was used as a scheme. It was used as a scheme. It's always been used as a scheme, and I've known that. We've all known that. I just wanted it to be better. If that's what it was going to be, if that's truly the game they were playing, I was just hoping they would be given a better script. That's all. Because Hollywood in general isn't honest. Hollywood in general is just a money-pulling marketing scheme. They want everyone to hold a can of Pringle chips in their hand when they're supposed to be watching a ghost get taken down. By the way, aren't you supposed to stay out of the streamline of the proton? I'm sorry, wasn't it a big deal if you get the cross the wrong way? Major catastrophe would happen. They were shooting these things like it didn't matter where they went, and shit exploded. So, but oh well, we got a Pringles ad right there with crazy Kate McKinnon because everyone loves her. God. And it still had less product placement than Man of Steel. I feel like that's a punchline. That's just always going to be a punchline now. Was Man of Steel Sony? Oh, God! Now I know what those fanboys that don't like Man of Steel are talking about. Because I like Superman. I thought Man of Steel was meh. But I didn't really enjoy it. And I know people who hated it. And I hated Batman v Superman. Yeah. Man, it's Hollywood, you guys. It's not boys against girls. It's not these fanboys against these fanboys or fandom. It's not this fandom against this one. It's Hollywood. They want to make as much money off you as possible, so they're going to pander to you in any way. And boy, for once, girls were used and they weren't as princesses. This is a first. I feel pretty good. You know, I was just totally taken advantage of for my gender. But no one's ever pandered to me like this before. You know, when you think about it, this isn't a rom-com. This isn't a Disney musical. And it pandered to me with beefcake and girls blowing up shit. And, you know, I don't get this very often. So I will be owning it on Blu-ray. take that for what you will. It's not perfect, but maybe this movie is for me. I'm just going to be skipping a lot of chapters in the first half when I own it. Man, that scene with Kate McKinnon when she, oh man, and then the Ghostbusters theme and, woo! I got a high from that, yo. I mean, we were clapping. That shit was awesome. If that could have been, oh my god. And I don't care how many times they show that weird, long-legged motherfucker. That dude was awesome too. I loved it. I mean, and a nice shout out. I did enjoy the two cameos that I really enjoyed were the women. I love Annie Potts. What do you want? God, love that sweet little woman. I want her to be my mom. And Sigourney Weaver. Oh my god, I want her to be my aunt. She was, of course, crazy mentor. God, I hope there's a sequel just so I can see Sigourney Weaver mentoring a little bit more. They'll not bring back these cameos. They won't do it. Yeah, they won't do it. But if they did, I'd love to see that. That's the one you could bring back. Could be a character. That would be fun. That's all. Those are my thoughts. Go see it. Make of it what you will. And try to support each other a little bit more online, everybody. We get a little sidetracked by retreating to our corners a lot and fighting for our corners. And there's a way to look at both sides. And to not be sexist and not be anti-Ghostbusters. There's a way to be everything. So try it. And make your opinions for yourself. By all means. Take away anything from this. Go see it and make your opinions for yourself. This is Leah in the lights. Feeling a little bit better. And now I'm off to work. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.